As of right now, 31 Tory cabinet ministers have resigned, saying they can't in good conscience continue to serve under Boris Johnson, as well as many Tory MPs have come out publicly against Boris Johnson because he put a known sexual predator in charge of disciplining MPs. They want you to think that Boris Johnson is the real problem and that the rest of the Conservative Party is full of decent, principled MPs. But every single one of them backed him to be Prime Minister at the last election, and most of them backed him until right now, so do they expect us to believe that he suddenly became a bad guy? Because the reasons they say they're turning against him now is that 1, he's been acting unlawfully, for example over his illegal Downing Street parties; 2, he's been acting unethically, not just over the parties, but also over the Pincher groping scandal; and 3, he's a liar, because he lied about all the above. But he already showed he was a lawbreaker when he illegally shut down Parliament in 2019, and they backed him to be Prime Minister a few months later. He's acted unethically throughout his career, be it when he tried to get a journalist beaten up, or when he told MPs that the best way to honour Joe Cox, who died fighting Brexit, was to get Brexit done, and that they should support Brexit if they didn't want to end up like her. And the man got fired twice for lying when he was a journalist. The only thing that's changed is that he's now losing popularity for the Tory party, including among Tory voters. So those Tory MPs supported Boris Johnson when they thought he could win them elections, but opposed him when they realised he was costing them votes. There is no morality here, it's just selfish ambition. Because look what they've done under Boris Johnson. Every single one of them voted for a policing act which their own Human Rights Committee says violates our right to protest. The vast majority of them voted to protect Owen Paterson after he was found guilty of bribery. They all came out with copy and paste tweets and supported Boris Johnson even when he was clearly lying about Partygate. They voted against giving poor kids free school meals during a pandemic where many of their parents wouldn't have been able to work. And despite the fact that in 2018 the government's own analysis showed that any version of Brexit they negotiated would make people poorer, every single Tory MP stood in 2019 in that election on a Get Brexit Done manifesto, knowing that their Prime Minister had promised people that Brexit would make them £350 million a week richer. So every single Tory MP got into power to make the people of the UK poorer. So every single Tory minister in that grey building behind me, going in there saying how they're resigning out of principles and morality, is full of shit. This is about power and nothing else.